Hi, everybody. Yes, I'm Dr. Omar, one of the GPs. Great question about risk of getting COVID in a gathering. There's no safe environment at all for the COVID. We are at high risk to get COVID if we are in the community or in the gathering. So there's no safe place that we can call like a zero COVID risk. That's why we have to be very careful while, despite we have got the immunization, still the risk is there. So being careful is very, very important in that sense. The risk is by a few simple steps. First of all, always make sure that you keep the distance, at least a meter from the person beside you or in front of you or around you. And try to be in a much more ventilated area, like an open area is much safer than the closed area. Make sure you wash your hands, and obviously wearing mask is very, very important. So that's really important to follow these things and steps and try to avoid very close and congested environment. If you're hosting a celebration, please be aware and be mindful of the space. If it is a well-ventilated space, it's much better, like an open park somewhere. It's much better than inside the house. If you can do it outside, it's better. Try to have minimal people as much as possible, and try to make sure everybody's wearing mask, everybody's immunized, and try to have the space between people. So obviously everybody is aware of that, but try to not be too relaxed, because COVID is not 100% gone and we are still at high risk. So following the direction, following the advice of the Department of Health and your doctors is very, very important. But in the meantime, make sure if you are slightest symptoms of sickness, like a cold, flu, runny nose, sore throat, fever, anything, please stay at home. You do a favor to yourself and your environment and family and friends. So the best way is when you're sick or a little bit even symptoms, stay at home and keep everybody safe. Related to the kids, especially it's the school holidays and lots of kids, they can get very relaxed and they go around and go to the movies or bowling or whatever activities. So the best way that we can protect kids under the age of 12 is to protect their parents. The parents should have the vaccination, and they make sure wherever they go with the kids, the environment is safe for them. They need to teach their kids to wear the mask if it is a closed area. Persuade them to become active, be responsible people, wash their hands, and if they have got some cold and flu symptoms, make sure that they're sneezing or coughing in their sleeves or having a tissue. So all these basic things is very important for the parents to make sure their kids are following. If they're older kids, like above age of 12, vaccination is advisable and is safe, and it's very, very important to be fully vaccinated. So the parents, by immunizing themselves and keeping the environment safe, they can help their own kids. Kids will not carry the infection from each other, but mostly they will get it from adults. So it's very important for adults to be responsible, educate your kids, make sure that wherever they're going, they follow the direction, and always make sure that they're in the safe environment. So again, crowded environment is not a safe place for them or anyone else. Sometimes we can have other symptoms which is not showing or very common with the COVID, like tummy pain or headaches or change of taste or something like that. So everyone should be very, very careful, and all the test centers are available around us. So if you have any slightest symptoms of fever, sore throat, runny nose, cough, tummy pain, vomiting, a headache, something like that, which is unusual and it's getting worse, you need to go and test, because you can save your life and somebody else who is around you and they are more vulnerable. So the best thing is to be aware of the symptoms, keep away yourself, always wear a mask and do the test. Make sure that you have done the test and to protect yourself, and find out if, God forbid, it's a positive test. You need to get seek opinion from a doctor or a health professional as soon as possible. But because we are going towards winter, obviously the runny nose, common cold is very, very common symptom. So still, it's a common sense, because it's virus and it can spread with the droplet, sneezing, coughing. So just stay at home and keep everyone safe. And that's the best things you can do for everyone. The booster vaccine is the number 3 vaccine. So you can have it after 6 months of your second dose. And that's as a booster, because as you know, the vaccine is not covering you 100% for a very long time. So a study shows after 6 months, the immunity can drop a little bit. That's the time, because the summer and winter is happening. Summer is happening here and winter is in Europe. They are advising to get the booster vaccines if somebody is trying to travel or something. Is the best way. And the meantime, if somebody has immunodeficiency or immunocompromised or chronic health issues, they are eligible to get their vaccines much sooner than the 6 months wait. So I strongly recommend everybody who has had the other previous vaccines, they can go and have the third dose, and the vaccine is available everywhere. It's a lot of them, and instead of letting them waste somewhere, it's better to get it and be prepared for the other COVID, which is going to get mutated. So at the end of the day, we need to learn how to live with this virus. This virus may not go away for many, many years, but it's better for us to know it, to be prepared for it, and learn how to live with it.